Designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub Pizza.
Tomorrow, presented by Youth Hockey Hub. Today's championship game is going to be between the visiting team, the 09 West, and the home team, the 2009 East. For the visiting team, starting lineups. Starting in goal, number 30, Bella Prosser. On defense, number 7, Brooke Hewlin. Also on defense, number 4, Maisie Tomlinson. At wing, number 10, Gabby Lopez. Also on wing, number 17, Kennedy Hochbaum. And at center, number 11, Jaden Peterson. And the rest of the West team. Now for the home team, representing the East. In goal, starting number 1, Beth Bogolke. On defense, number 17, Addison Vasily. Also on defense, number 5, Layla Korkowski. Up on wing, number 15, Channing Haycraft. On the other side at wing, number 11, Taylor Miller. And starting at center, number 12, McKenna Miller. Now, if you could please rise, gentlemen, please remove the caps as we honor America if we play our national anthem.
And a good morning from Bloomington Ice Gardens. We are here for the Stars of Tomorrow, 6 games today. We start with the 09 girls and an evenly matched final for you here. East versus West. Blue jerseyed West. The red jerseys are the East. And they break in. And on the puck on the far side in Sydney Schwartzentruber tries to get to it. Now picked up there by the West in front, and we are back the other way here. That's Kamala Hoffbauer, number 17, played into the zone, and a shot is saved by goaltender Beth Pagalki out of Eastview. Played behind the goal now, and now cleared up the near wing. East will come to center, and that's Taylor Miller, number 11, cutting to the slot and then putting it backhand wide of the goal. Now played back into the West zone where it's controlled there by Ella Kothi, number 16, and now it's going to come back deep into the corner, finally behind the net. Right up the near side, Ava Koshire from Maple Grove, and Koshire will head back for it, but getting there first behind the goal is Ella Kothi of the St. Louis Park. Puck still in the zone, and the East was able to hold the zone. We're playing halves here. There's a shot that hits the outside of the goal, so 23 minutes to go in the first half. Loose in front, and a shot right on goal taken there by Lindley Gretz of Burnsville. And we'll get a face-off now to the right of the West goal. Now it's behind the goal. The West plays it up the boards, and that's Kenna Hotlelli from Rosemount playing it towards the blue line, and finally it leaks on out to center ice, and it's controlled there by the East. Turning around, and Melly Carlson from Lakeville plays it into the middle, and they come in over the line. Here's a shot, and they score. It's the first goal of the game, scored by Evie Lundin of Excelsior, number 14, and it's 1-0. In a 25-minute half, that goal will come at 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Teams played each other in pool play, and they tied 4-4. They both beat the South 7-1. And they both beat the North team. The East beat them 3-0, and the West beat them 3-1. So these teams separated by 1 goal through 3 games. Now a centering pass broken up in front, a follow-up, and that's deflected wide of Bigalki's goal. And now going to run up the slot. It's going to be held in there and played around behind the goal by Brooke Euland out of Lino Lakes. Here's the goal.
At the 22:51 mark of the first half, number 14, Evie Lundin, with the assist to number 10, Lindley Gretz. That's Lundin from Gretz.
And we got an icing call. Lundin from Gretz with the assist on the goal for the red team. We're going to take a face-off all the way back in the blue zone. Or the west zone, shall we say, because that will be more accurate. Now it's going to be in front of the goal, and a shot, save made, rebound, and they scrape at it there in front of the goal. Liana Hess doing that honor, and now the net has come off its magnets, and we'll take a face-off. Just under, I should say, 3 minutes gone here in the first half of play, early on a Sunday morning here from Bloomington Ice Gardens. Comes to the right edge of the goal. Finally, it's played around behind the goal, and Schwartzentruber plays it around, and now the West will break out. A pass in skates there as they try to find Liana Hess, and into the zone they come, and the shot goes wide of Euland's goal, and it's going to wind up in the corner to the right side. West in deep. Hazel Schenkelberg from Wayzata now plays it back behind the goal, and it's going to be controlled there by the East. Sarah Johnson banks it off the wall to center ice. Johnson from Vadnais Heights, and it can be played back into the West zone. Bringing in the net at speed there, Peyton Salscheider, number Grove Heights. Puck played around on the near side and now back behind the goal. They try to go up the middle, and it is going to wind up running out to center ice. Madison Bardovich of Mountain Iron playing it back in, and we're going to get an icing call. Just under 4 minutes gone here in the first. Take a face-off all the way back. Now played behind the goal. We're going to get a whistle here, and face-off will be coming outside because we have a penalty, and it's going to be a hooking call, and it is going to go against Madison Bardovich, the aforementioned, and now we'll get a face-off and a power play. East will carry it out to center ice. And falling as she came over the line there was Kendall Ringett, St. Michael, number 12. Comes in front of the goal, and the short-handed East putting on some pressure, but now a race for it back in their zone. And it's going to be controlled and carried back out by Schwarzentruber. Through center, over the line, tries to split two defenders. It comes loose in front. And here's Audrey Ball of Lakeville over the line. Gets to the circle, tried to go behind the net, and had it knocked off her stick. Euland there. Now played around, and that's going to be held. McKenna Miller, number 12, goes to the left point, loose in front finally, and off to the boards on the far side. Here's Taylor Kurtz. Rochester losing possession, and now it's played up. And on the turn there for the West team, Jaden Peterson. Milk River having trouble in the corner. And now the West will carry it out to center ice, and they'll bring it in over the line. And there's a shot that is deflected wide of the goal by Euland. Now played around on the far side. East trying to go forward along the boards. Taylor Miller trying to come out. Can't, and it's going to be held by the West. Dropped to the high slot, and the shot whistles wide of the goal from Jaden Peterson. Now they come off the wall. Here is a shot that is deflected through the stick of Hoffbauer. Now they come to the right edge. It's loose in front as the goaltender couldn't get a clean save on it. There's a shot off the crossbar. Puck comes out to center ice as Alexa Larson comes close and then hustles back to break up a 2-on-1. Comes out to center now, and it's going to be carried over the line, and it's offside as Gabby Lopez came into the zone, but the wing too early on that side. And the penalty is over. Both teams back at full strength. Playing back behind the net now, and the East is going to gain possession. Here's Karkowski. They're playing it up the wall, and it does come out to center, and here's a 2-on-1. And it's Lexi Erickson with the puck over the line, takes a shot, save made, loose to the circle, and finally in front, and they shovel away at it. Excuse me. And now to the near side where the West will gain control and flip one to center, and then is going to get past Bardovich and come all the way back. No icing indicated. Now played on into the West zone deep to the right, and going after it there is Kendall Ringett, number 12, playing it around. And then over skating along the boards, back for it there to help out is Kothe, and now the West will pick their way out to center, and here's a long lead pass, a stretch pass for Glidewell, and over the line comes the West. And this is Savannah Sabrowski of Buffalo. Now a drop to the half wall. It's going to come loose in front. A relay there, and it's loose and finally swatted just wide of the goal by Sabrowski after a save from Begalki. In the East goal, loose in the left corner. Now played around on the far side. And the East is in control there with Ball. Feeding it up the wall, held in there at the right point by Koshire. Now, West starting to buzz a little bit here. It's going to wind up knocked behind the goal, and they'll carry it in front. Here comes Team East. Over the line, McKenna Miller trying to split the defense, goes in, and the net's knocked off, so we'll get a face-off. Now the puck comes in. Here's a 2-on-1 as the West breaks in and steered off behind the net. There was Jaden Peterson. Cleared around on the far wall, but not out, only as far as Salscheider. Now it's played back behind the goal, banked off the wall, and now the East will play out to center ice. Nicely executed there as they come over the line. There's a nice move in front, but then slipping and falling as he took the shot was Taylor Miller. Comes loose in front. Here's a follow-up. That's right on. Save made, and it is going to be steered off to the left corner boards. Again, a good chance that time for Evie Lundin, who had the first goal, the only goal so far. And now it's going to be played back in deep, and it's going to come on a goal. Here's a shot and a fine stop. Going to get a face-off in the West zone. East side picked up there by Channing Haycraft in front of the goal. I pardon the delay here. I'm trying to track down a first name here for the West team. So I'm looking at available tournament information. Now they break in, and here's a shot. And a fine stop there by Begalki, breaking in and taking one away from Liana Hess. Right in front of the goal. We'll get a face-off to the left of the East goal. 15:41 to go. Now loose in front of the net, and it's going to be picked up there by the East and played off to the far side and out to center. West in control, Maisie Tomlinson there, and it goes back into the zone. And Euland will take it behind the net, fed up the boards, and it's going to come out to center finally. Controlled there by Allie Carlson. Now they come back in 2-on-2, and a pass to the left misfires for Kurtz. And it's going to be picked up there by the West team. And taking it behind the goal. Euland there. It runs into trouble along the wall. Finally backhands it ahead, but they don't clear the zone. A centering pass, and it runs a little bit too far for Kothi. And now West will pick it up and backhand one out to center ice. And they come in 3-on-2, but they can't control the pass. And it's Schenkelberg playing it to the wall. And then Schenkelberg by herself. Other teammates are changing, trying to lug the puck towards the front of the net. East over the line, and a shot winds up going wide of the goal by Kothi. Goaltender made a blocker pad save on it anyway. Cleared up the wall, and finally chipped on out to center by Hess. And now coming the other way with some momentum is Addison Vasily over the line. Takes a shot right on, and a save made. Vasily is denied from right between the dots, and we'll get a face-off in the West zone to the right of the goal. 14:10 to go in the first period. Now, puck comes out to center ice, and here comes the West. They are 3 against 5, and over the line they come as Kothi had it broken up, and now the East will play it rink wide. And it's going to dribble into the zone, picking it up there, carrying in, and then having the attack broken up was Dahl, now cleared rink wide to center ice. West is changing, so they have one forward up, and it's going to be Jaden Peterson playing it to the left of the goal, turned around, and then loose now to the near side boards. West trying to hold control there. Lopez plays it around behind the goal over to the far side, and Channing Haycraft out to center. West turning in the circle. And now they play it over the line, and it's offside as trying to tack onto the puck was Jaden Peterson a little bit. Thank you. And here's a shot that is just wide of the goal, taken there by Hofbaum for the West. Now loose in front, and a scramble for it, and a shot winds up ringing wide by Peterson, comes to the near side boards. And players from both teams, and now they pick it up, come down low. Here's a shot and a save by Begalki. Good chance there for Lopez. Puck now behind the net, and again the West taps the puck back in deep, and they'll see if they can cycle out of the corner here. Now they play it up the middle, and it's going to come on out to center. Salscheider over to the near side, controlled there by Larson, and plays it into the zone. And again, they're changing. Now a rink-wide pass to the near side for the East, and this is Taylor Miller over the line. Takes a shot over the top of Isabella Prosser's goal in the West net. Now it comes to the near side boards. They'll play it back behind. Halfway through here in our first half of play. And we're going to get a penalty coming up here, and again, it's going to go against the East as Taylor Miller got her stick tied up and is going to go for tripping. 11:58 to go here in the opening half. It's McKenna Miller instead, 12 instead of 11. The trip is called, and we will go all the way back for a face-off in the East zone. They lead at 1-0. Now chipped around behind the goal towards the near side. Going to be held in there at the right point. West trying to play it down. Kendall Ring at number 12. Now it's going to be played and held in along the half wall, and a shot flickers wide of the goal from Euland. Now Euland high in the slot, gains possession, feeds over to the near side, and after it there is Savannah Sabraski, now played out to center, and the East. Now picked up there by Sabraski. Headman pass, and now going to be floated over the line on the left side, and picked up there by Sarah Johnson, who will rink-wide it back into the West zone. About halfway through the penalty here. 2 power plays in the game, both for the West here, with no result to this point. Now cleared towards the left point, and here's a shot that goes wide of the goal from Vasily. West trying to bring the puck forward here, having a hard time breaking out. Now they come to the near side, and a swipe at it there from Sabraski. And now finally the West will carry over the line, and they're offside, as it's brought in by Lopez with the winger trapped on the left wing. We'll get a face-off out of neutral ice. 10 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in the opening half of play today. 6 games today at Bloomington Ice Gardens. Boys and girls playing today. It's back into the zone. The West zone to the left, and Kothi plays it ahead, and it's going to come out to center ice finally. And now moving through traffic, Jaden Peterson over the line. Peterson had it in the circle, then dropped it back. And controlled now. Lopez throws it in front, and it winds up trickling through to the near side. 19 seconds of power play remaining. Here's a shot deflected in front as the shot taken by Koshire, tipped by Jaden Peterson wide. Now they'll come off the goal line, extended. A centering pass now comes towards the right point, and it's controlled there. Here's a shot by Koshire that doesn't find the net, and the penalty is over. The East has killed off both penalties so far, and here's a spin and shoot there that goes wide by Lopez. Played back towards the right point, and Kothi holds it in, and that winds up going wide. But West having a good shift here. It's after the expiration of their power play. Now it comes out to center, and it's played back in, and that is offside as Kothi brought it in with a player trapped on the right. And we'll get another face-off out of neutral ice. 9:37 to go in a 1-0 game. As I mentioned, 6 games going on here today, and they'll be playing till dinner time here in Bloomington, the last day of this event. Now picked up and played on out to center ice. Going to be chipped back in along the wall there by Alexa Larson. And now it runs rink wide to center ice, and it's controlled there by Ball. Right over the line. West gets possession there with Salscheider in the left corner. Tries to play it up the wall, and it's intercepted. And in the slot, trying to shoot the puck there for the East is Kenna Hatley, and that didn't work out. Now cleared on out to center ice. Here's a race for it. And the East is able to turn it, and they bring it back in. McKenna Miller right out of the penalty box, closing in, takes the shot, and a save made by Prosser. Good stop there. Isabella Prosser got puck trapped underneath the pads. We're going to face off in the West zone out of the right. 8:57 to play in the opening period. From the draw, comes around to the far side. Haycraft puts it in front, and here's a point-blank shot right on. Save Prosser. Good play there, and McKenna Miller is denied from in close by the West goaltender. Prosser saves again on a shot from Haycraft. Comes around to the near side, and finally cleared around on the board. It's going to be held in there by the East, and Sarah Johnson centers it. It's bouncing, and now controlled finally by the West team, and they come out to center ice. Sabraski then lost it, picked up in the center circle, and brought back in by Vasily. Cuts to the slot, shoots, and Prosser with a glove save, and a face-off coming up. Again in the West zone. Played back behind the goal. West in control now. It's going to change hands there. Finally winds up going behind the goal, and it's picked up there by Kothi, who comes around and then lost possession. East holds it in, and here's a shot. Prosser with a glove save on Evie Lundin. And a face-off coming up again in the West zone. And Lundin was the only goal of this game. Looking for number 2. Finally, it comes on out to center ice, and they feed the center circle and come back in with Lundin denied right at the blue line. And now the West starting back. Lopez cutting to the slot, and that is knocked off her stick and controlled now by Gretz. Played around on the near side and out to center finally as Lundin feeds it ahead, but it's going to be brought back in. And finally chipped right back out to center in the possession of Taylor Kurtz, who throws it ahead, and the West gets it back. Now, Koshire over the line, and that is off the inboards, loose in front. Finally cleared off to the far wall where it's picked up there by Haleli from Rosemount. Goes back behind the goal. Now a run towards the right point. Koshire takes the shot. It changed direction on the way, and they score! As Bigalki made the first save, but was not able to find the rebound, and it was chipped over. And in to tie the game at 1. I believe that Schwarzentruber is going to get that goal. We'll see what the officials have to say. Puck comes out to center ice, and the East in control. Let's get the goal here. Oh, it's 16, Kothi, excuse me. Hard sometimes when they tuck their jerseys in as it comes over to the far side boards and out to center. Headman pass, and they'll carry on as it comes off sticks now to the near side. And here's Lexi Erickson playing it around, and we're going to get a face-off. 6:16 to go here in the first half of play, and a 1-1 score. Comes right on, and a stop there by Prosser. Had to be quick. Down to 6:14 to go. Now play back behind the goal, and the West is in charge now as Larson plays it ahead. Alexa Larson with it, and now loose in the circle and controlled there finally by Ringad, who plays it around towards the near side. And picked up there by Sabraski. Can't get out of the zone. East holds it in. Comes to the circle. And a backhanded shot goes right through from Ball. And here comes the West. Well, they can't break out, though. Rink wide, the puck to the near side. And going back behind the net for the East, or the West rather, Sarah Johnson. Starting up. Passes to the right to the red line. And it's chipped on in there by not Lundin. That's Sabraski. Back in behind the goal. 5:29 to go for the East. And they'll bring the puck back behind their net. Haycraft and to feed it up the wall to the near side, and a shot right on and a save by Begalki. Right on the half wall by Brooke Hewlin, and we'll get a face-off now in the East zone. 5:20 to go. And they're playing, as I mentioned, halves here. As one of the tournament rules is that if you have more than one goaltender, they have to split the time. So we'll see the other goaltender for East in the second half. Comes into the circle, and now play it on out to center ice, just a shade too far for Taylor Miller. Now played back and into the zone. The West picking it up there, and that is Hofgren, and now out to center. Hofgren chasing after it and is going to pick it up in the left corner. Goes around behind the net, centers it on the backhand, and it's loose in front. And unable to get a shot away was Lopez. The puck played back into the West zone. And a race for it there. It's going to be played ahead to center ice, but then intercepted and brought back in by Haycraft. Now that's picked off and played over to the far side as Hess brings it in. Goes around behind the net trying to center it. Nothing doing there. And the East will bring it to the boards. And now a steal. They come off the wall. Lopez closing, shooting. Ooh, and putting it right over the top. Good chance there for Lopez. And now a centering pass in front is broken up, intended there for Schwarzentruber, who now has it behind the goal. Centers it, and boy, there's a good stop by Begalki in front on Hazel Schenkelberg of Wayzata. Schenkelberg playing it down the wall. A centering pass comes through to the left point where it's held in by Schwarzentruber. Along the boards, and now the East finally will pick it up. 3:40 to go, and a pass out to center ice for Taylor Miller. Rink wide, and over the line they come. Work around behind the net. Taylor Miller cuts for the net. Now a centering pass banked off the boards, and they can't hold it in. East left to go back for it. Korkowski in the center circle. 3:20 to go. And over the line, a poke check there, knocks it away from Lundin. Comes in front of the net, and a shot winds up going wide of the goal there off sticks from Gretz. Now behind the goal. Fed to the top of the right circle as the goalie sees it, and it's Taylor Miller then going rink wide. And the West trying to chip it up the wall and can't get it there. Now loose to the circle, and finally controlled by Schenkelberg. And plays it all the way down the ice, right on goal, and a save made by Begalki, so no icing there. 2:45 left and a 1-1 tie here as it's banked ahead to center ice. And the West will pick it up and turn in their zone now with Alexa Larson. Now into the skates of Sabraski, who then plays it into the zone. And now it'll be East circling. A rink-wide pass comes out to center. And Salscheider's in a race for it and gets it for the West, who will win it and go back behind the net. Now a steal. Lundin playing it beside the net. And now Lundin again has it in the slot. That attempt was blocked by Salscheider, and it came out to center ice. They're scrapping after that puck here for sure. 2 minutes to go in the first period and a 1-1 tie. Now the East will try to come over the line. They do 3-on-2, and this is Kurtz. And Kurtz can't get a shot through. Leaves it at the left point. Now a shot is tipped wide of the goal, taken by Madison Partovich. Now loose in front, and Prosser gets a glove on it, and we'll get a face-off with 1:43 to go, and a penalty coming here. Cross-checking penalty is indicated, and it's going to go against the West and Gabby Lopez. So we will Going to face off back in the west zone to the left of Prosser. Very brief break between our two halves here. Try to break in front. Centering pass is broken up, and now the West will carry it out to center ice. And Peterson over the line. Tried to cut in front. Knocked away from her by Johnson, and back comes the East. And over the line they come. And trying to center it there was Hotlelli, and now it's picked up along the wall. And they'll bring it back. Here is Bartovich. Centering it from in deep. Could not get it through the mass of humanity in front of the goal, and now off to the right corner boards. Now have to try to bring it out again. 1:20 to go in the power play. Last minute of play in the period is played back behind the goal for Johnson, and finally played up the wall, and the West is going to pick it up there, and they will head man out to center ice and play it in. Goes back behind the goal with 40 seconds to play here in the first period. And it's going to be picked up there by the West, and they will play it in with Liana Hess. Now picking it up and playing it behind the goal is Schenkelberg. Oh, came out in front, and going to be a good scoring opportunity there as it's played back into the zone. West going after it. Maisie Tomlinson for Wayzata. Now clear back behind the goal, and here's Miller. That will be Taylor Miller. With 12 seconds to go, trying to force the issue here before the break. And now played back by Tomlinson into the corner, and they'll come out. Loose in front, poked onto the stick there, and a shot for Taylor Miller at the buzzer, and that's the end of the first half. And we're tied at 1, so we're going to take a break here while the teams charge their batteries, and we'll be back with more here from Stars of Tomorrow right after this.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
For the East team is Finley Engfer from Savage. And Isabella Prosser goes back into the goal for the West. Teams do not change ends here. For the second half, we'll have a MVP presentation after this game. And it's going to be a power play of 17 seconds. Lopez has that time remaining. And now it's left there laying along the blue line. And we're going to get an offside on the first rush in as Taylor Kurtz brought the puck in, but they were in too early on the right, and we'll go back out to neutral ice. That killed 6 seconds of penalty, and now the West plays it to center ice, and they will gain control. East will, and it's played back in by Vasily. Loose in front. And he runs off to the corner as the penalty expires, and the West is back at full strength, and they break out. Puck played into the zone, and going back for it there for the East is Korkowski. Back behind the goal. Both teams are at full strength, and here's a shot and a stick save made off Lopez's stick from Engfer. Now it's going to run towards the right point, and finally out to center ice. West looking to hold, and it's going to be stolen away, and into the zone they come, and in too deep to shoot the puck was Lundin, their goal scorer. Now out to center. Here comes the West over the line. They're changing lines, and now Lopez takes a shot. Engfer watches it go wide of the goal. Now cleared out to neutral ice, and over the line they come. Played to the right side finally and flipped around behind the net by Brindley Gretz. Fed up the near boards, and now with some speed out to center, it's Euland over the line. Euland falls, and the other number 7 is going to pick it up, Mally Carlson, who's behind the goal. Engfer there, Euland there, centering it, and now it's going to be held in. The top of the circle, here's a shot, stick save there by Engfer off the stick of Glidewell, and now it's going to come to the far boards and out to center ice. The East gains possession. Lexi Erickson will carry it over the line. 3-on-2. There's some back pressure. Centering pass comes loose, and Prosser sticks it off behind the net. East keeps control. We'll go back behind. The centering pass is going to run up the slot and is finally carried on out to center ice. West back in. Has shot it in, and it's going to ring the boards behind the net, and the West will keep possession. Now loose at the left edge, and a wraparound attempt comes to grief there as Schenkelberg had a good opportunity, but Engfer was there with the pad, and we'll get a face-off to her left now with 22 minutes and 43 seconds to play. And now they come off the wall. Here's a shot and through a screen. A good opportunity there and a good idea for Kendall Ringett, and not able to find the range. Out to center. Here's a backhanded pass across, and chasing after it there for the East is Haycraft. And Haycraft will come off the puck in the corner now. Runs behind the net, cleared around to the near side. And here's Sabraski. Falls at center ice and then plays it on in. And Glidewell chasing after it. Now a rink-wide pass will come on out to center ice. And Haycraft has it there, drops it back into the zone. 3 minutes gone, and they come in 3-on-3. Here's a shot that's deflected off the defense wide from McKenna Miller. Now flip back in rink-wide around to the near side by Korkowski. Now a centering pass. McKenna Miller throws it across. Oh, and that's a nice post-to-post save there by Prosser. Good opportunity there for the East and Taylor Miller. Now West back over the line. There's a drop pass that finds no one in a friendly jersey, and Haycraft comes in there 2 against 3. And the 3 went out as the West pick it up. Jaden Peterson laying it across, and now over the line with a full head of speed. Behind the net, Peterson comes around the far side, still in possession of the puck. Cuts to the slot, still has it. Now puts on the brakes in the circle, throws it up the slot. Here's a shot and a save made as they got the puck to Alexa Larson in a position where they could shoot with a screen, and the save is made. We'll get a face-off in the East zone. Shot blocked from the faceoff, and now it comes on out to center, and here comes the East over the line. A shot, and it goes over the top from Kurtz. Now the West will pick it up, and they start up 1-against-4, but now 1-against-5, and a shot and a save made there by Engfer as the puck runs towards the right point. Lopez tried to throw it in front, and now it's going to be taken back behind the net by the East Bardovich, and they clear it out finally to center ice. Larson now leaves it, and the West will start out. Over the line they come. A little toe drag move there by Ella Kothi that did not produce the desired result. Comes up the slot. Now a drop to the left point, and the West trying to feed the puck in front. They go around behind the net. And Schenkelberg. Now it runs up the slot, and a bouncing puck backhanded, and a nice play there by Hewlin. Comes out the near side. Hewlin takes the shot, and it's deflected over the top, over the netting, and out of play. And we're going to get a face-off now with 5.5 minutes gone here in the second half. We remain 1-1. Oh, and a shot trickles just wide from the face-off as Salscheider had a good opportunity. Now it comes up the boards, and Hewlin can't hold it in. It comes out to center. Salscheider is in a race for it, but lost out. And Lexi Erickson shooting, and a stop made there by Prosser. Puck comes behind the net. Penalty coming, and it's going to go against the West. And we have a cross-checking penalty being assessed now, and that's going to even up our power plays at 2 apiece. And heading to the penalty box is Peyton Salscheider. East power play. Now controlled finally by Sarah Johnson to throw it in front, but it came onto the goaltender, and Prosser makes the save. Face-off coming up. Prosser's looked sharp in goal throughout for the West. Save for the one that eluded her, but she's been solid ever since. Puck played around to the near side and finally chipped on out. That's going to come all the way down the ice, and it will be icing. We'll get a face-off here with 1:38 to go. We'll drag it all the way back in the West zone. Of course, at this level, icing on the power play is, or icing while killing a penalty, I should say, is still an icing at this level. The face-off comes all the way back. And it dribbles on to Prosser, gets the glove on it. Killed a couple more seconds of penalty. East controls from the face-off, and now the puck lying loose, and now they can't get out. Centering pass, and fanning on it there is Taylor Miller. Finally cleared towards the left point, and that hops the stick of Bardovich, and here's a race for it. And finally winning that race for the East is Mally Carlson. Cleared up the near side. Minute 13 to go in the power play. Over 18 minutes to go in the second half of play. Now banked ahead and into the East zone. They rink wide to center ice, and it's going to be picked up there. Played ahead by Tomlinson. Into the zone, Lopez, and then fan on the shot. Lopez goes back into the corner. Now goes down. Penalty is coming, and that's going to take care of the power play. A trip is going to be assessed, and it is going to go against McKenna Miller. Oh, they called 15 instead of 12. That's interesting, as Haycraft is going to be penalized. played behind the goal. 4-on-4 for 38 seconds, and then the West with a quick power play. About 1:10 in duration, and now it's played to the right of the goal. Carlson behind the goal, lost it, and coming out in front for a backhand attempt there, Caden Peterson, and now loose in front. East trying to play it out, and they will get the puck to center ice as we are 4 aside. Now stepping up and starting right back up the middle for the West is Larson, and is forced wide. Larson comes to the circle on the backhand, still in possession, and then feeds it off to the boards, and now on a power play as Salscheider steps back on and then goes across to the bench. Now loose at the left point, 1 minute to go in the power play, and here's a shot that's deflected by the traffic, comes to Lopez along the boards, and now here's a floater that's right on, and a glove save made there by Engfer. It's a left-handed goaltender. Now loose to the far boards and finally cleared by the East Sarah Johnson. It comes into the zone, and Prosser will leave it there. 40 seconds of power play remaining, and they take it back behind their goal. And the West now will start up. And over the line they come with Euland. And a body checking penalty coming up on Euland, and that will wipe out the power play. It comes back to neutral ice, and now they will blow play dead. And a body check is going to be assessed. And heading to the penalty box for the West is Brooke Euland from Lino Lakes. Faceoff will come back in the West zone. We have 23 seconds again of 4-on-4, and then minute 37 of power play for the red-shirted East team.
Minor penalty assessed to the West. Number 7, Brooke Euland, 2 minutes for body check.
Now a deflection winds up hitting the outside of the goal, and going back for it behind the net for the East is Hotlelli, and now they try to come off the wall behind the net. Prosser is down, the puck is loose in front, and the second shot winds up deflected as Audrey Ball started the play, and now the West comes out as East is at full strength, and here's a shot by Lopez that's sticked over the glass and out of play by Engford, and we'll get a face-off in the East zone. They have 1:31 left of power play, 15:37 to go. East gains possession, and it comes out to neutral ice, and it's going to come all the way back into the defensive zone. It's going to be chipped on out to center. Sabraski, now it's shot the length, and it's going to be icing with 1:18 to go in the power play, and 15:24 remaining here in our second half of play. And it's going to be McKenna Miller on for the East from the faceoff. Loose along the blue line. Now finally cleared on out to center and back into the West zone. Tomlinson played it ahead and now has the puck. Tomlinson over the, well, not over the blue line. I was a bit ahead of myself there as it's broken up in the center circle. East will carry back in. And that's poked away finally from McKenna Miller. And a race for it, and it's going to be won by the West. A shot and a pad saved by Engford. Good hustle there by Sabraski, as she had enough in the tank there to win that race. Now the East back. Here's a shot. Save made off the stick of McKenna Miller. And again, Prosser with a good glove there. Wasn't able to hold on to it this time, but it didn't hurt the team as it's played out of the circle, and the East will start back. Long pass, and here is a breakaway. And it is Taylor Miller going in, shooting, and put it wide. Miller in the right corner, and now it's loose as it was deflected onto the goaltender by the defender, Kothi, and now Kothi behind the goal. as the penalized player for the West, Euland, steps on, and they're back at full strength. 14 minutes to go.
Both teams full strength.
Now a centering pass is sticked away to the near side by Prosser. And the East will gain possession finally. They bank it off the wall towards the left point. Taylor Kurtz playing it down. It's into the circle. And a nice set of moves there, and a shot finally winds up going over the top of Basili. Just maneuvered right through the defense. Has it again on the wall. Takes a shot, and a stick save by Prosser. It goes over the glass and out of play. 13-15 to go. First out of 6 today here from Bloomington Ice Gardens. Now behind the net, West in control of Tomlinson. Headman pass is on the wrong side of Peterson. It goes back into the zone, but they do carry on. Peterson in the circle on the right, could not control it. Now played up the wall. And the East playing it ahead to center ice, and they come in over the line. Here's a shot. Prosser makes the save against Kurtz. And the referee blows the whistle. We got a face-off. 12:48 to go. Back and forth stuff. Teams are, you mentioned, about as evenly matched as they could be. The only difference was that the West allowed one more goal in pool play. Now played to the far wall. East comes off at a centering pass, deflects through to the near side, and it's going to be backhanded out to center. And here is Lopez. Over the line, tries to split the defense. Lopez will catch up to the puck in the corner. Now in skates, East picks it up and they play rink wide to center ice. And played by Koshire across to the far side. Schwartzentruber. Rink wide to the near side. Lopez will let it come into the zone, then follows the puck. Lopez puts it behind the goal. Comes loose, and here's a turnover and a chance for the West. Centering pass hits the goaltender's stick and comes back behind off the stick of Kothi, and now out to center it comes. Koshire banking it off the boards, and it's controlled there. Tomlinson over the line, lost possession, and now it's going to be cleared back to center ice. And Koshire again. 11 and a half minutes to go. And here's Koshire over the line. In the circle. Centers it. Ooh, loose in front. Good chance there for Schwartzentruber. And now East coming back. 3 against 4. They hit the line. And a centering pass is going to wind up right at the right edge. Prosser is able to knock it behind the net. Centering pass is bouncing, and it's going to be picked up now by the West. They carry out to center ice. Trying to take the puck to the wall there was Koshire, and now it's going to be played back out to center, and here comes East over the line. And it's going to be deflected. Puck winds up behind the net. West in control, and it's Euland carrying it out over the line. And it's offside. We got a face-off. Or do we have another penalty coming here? We do have a penalty. High sticking penalty called. And it's McKenna Miller. That is her second penalty of the day, and a power play for West with 10 minutes and 41 seconds to go, and a chance to break through perhaps. They come in front, and here's a sharp angled shot that goes wide of the goal from Sobraski, who is one of the leading scorers on this team with 3 points. Lopez and Kendall Ringet with 4. Now a face-off.
McKenna Miller, 2 minutes for roughing.
Roughing is the penalty on McKenna Miller. West holding it. It goes back behind the goal. Peterson there. Banks it to the left point, and there's a shot that changed direction on the way to the goal. And it was deflected into the corner harmlessly off Cothy's stick. Now behind the net, Lopez. Drops it to Cothy. Had to go back down for Lopez, and that was intercepted. Comes out to center ice. And now West tries to come back in. And a sweep check there from Alexa Larson. Up puts the puck back into the zone. Here's a pass for Lopez in the circle. Takes a shot, and I'm pretty sure that Engfer got something on that and steered it wide. 9.5 to play. Power play has just under a minute to run. And Larson will ring the net. Comes out the far side. Larson hits the line. Still in possession. Then over-skated and can't hold the zone as it comes back out to center ice and finally chopped back into the West zone, and Tomlinson goes behind the net. Finally played back into the East zone. 25 seconds of power play to run. 9:04 to go here in the second half of playing a 1-1 game. It's played all the way down the ice. And Koshire behind the goal. Tries to feed it out. Can't quite get to the blue line, and now finally played back by Ringat. And out to center. Ringat will carry over the line. Ringat closing in. Goes to the backhand. Centers it, and it comes through to the far side. Nice work there. Now a pass out to center ice, and the teams are at full strength. As Tomlinson tried to play it in front, now winds up behind the East goal with 8:24 to go. And a clearing attempt is going to be blocked there by Schwartzentruber, and it winds up finally along the near wall. East is able to bring it out of the zone. McKenna Miller playing it ahead, but that's broken up, and Solscheider has it for West. Now Koshire plays it ahead, and that's picked off. Nice job in the lanes there by East, denying breakout passes. Now loose in front, and we are going to get another penalty. This one's going to be going against the West and Hazel Schenkelberg for a trip with 7:52 to go. Face-off coming up now to the left of the West goal. 7:52 remaining. Cleared up the boards, but not out. And centering pass is picked off by Hewland. And Hewland will carry it to center ice and now play it on into the zone, chasing after it. Hewland's going to get there first, I think, in the corner, yes, and dug it out. As the first 20 seconds gone on the penalty. Rink-wide pass out to center is picked off, and Solscheider will bring it back in. Left a drop pass and then golfed around by Schwartzentruber. Finally to the high slot along the blue line, and it comes out to center ice. It's carried back in there by Cothy. Still in possession, 1 against 2. Now it comes in front. Lopez could not reach it. Here's a follow-up shot and a save made. Good chance there for Alexa Larson. And out to center. It's in skates there, and they didn't know where it was. Finally, it's going to be picked up by the East and played ahead by Haycraft. But then played back in, and we have a whistle. And we've got an offside. We'll get a face-off out at neutral ice. 49 seconds in the power play. 6:40 left in regulation on our first game, and a 1-1 tie. From the draw. He picked up and played to neutral ice. And finally back into the West zone. They can't clear. Centering pass, and there's a shot that didn't get through to Prosser off the stick of Lundin. And now loose at the right edge, and Prosser had to make a save. 27 in the power play. Here's a shot from the left point, and a stick save there off Bartovich. Now cleared back out to center ice. And played back in offside. We'll get a face-off at neutral ice with 6:07 to go. As Taylor Kurtz just unable to clear the zone. Now played back into the west zone and banked ahead there by Tomlinson. It comes back into the east zone. 5 seconds in the power play. And a steal behind the goal. Try to center it now. The penalized player steps back on. Schenkelberg. Now finally it comes in front. A shot right on and a save made on Lopez. Good opportunity there again. But Ingfer's been just as good over the line. A centering pass from deep bounces through as Kurtz tried to set it up. Now the West clearing but not out. That's going to be held in. And Brindley Gretz and lost it. Now rink wide pass to center ice will allow the West to finish a change. Just over 5 minutes to go. Comes over to the left corner. Finally played back around behind the net. East in control there. Vasily plays it out, and now they come through neutral ice. Forced wide there. Gretz takes a shot right on, a save and a rebound. It's loose, and somehow it got knocked into the crease, and Salscheider cleared it off the line. Now here's a follow-up, and that goes wide. And a shot by Lexi Erickson. 4.5 minutes to go. Well, very nearly a costly mistake. Salscheider kept her head, though, and now puck is picked up by the East, and they will carry back in over the line. And this is Vasily closing, leaving a drop pass. No way through the defense there, but finally it's played across by Ball, and now here's a shot and a deflection right on, and a save made by Prosser, and we'll get a face-off with 4:11 left now. What comes up the slot and finally is carried out to center ice by Lopez. Over the line, and finally puck runs through the slot and off to the near boards. Bouncing puck to the circle as Bardovich couldn't hold it. Now here's a chance down the near wing for the West. Centering pass, Lopez trying to play it and couldn't get to it as it comes back out. Hoffman started the rush. Now they're changing and they come in and they're 3-on-1. Here's a shot and a save made by Ingfer. Comes off to the near boards with 3:20 to go. And now here comes the East back, and they have a 3-on-1. They're over the line. A centering pass, returning it to the right edge, and unable to steer that puck home is Haycraft. Comes rink wide. And finally played back into the zone. And is controlled there by McKenna Miller. Loose in the circle. Miller still has it, comes in and shoots, and it goes wide. Comes to the right point. Now finally the West will claim it. Under 3 minutes to go. And they come out to center. It's backhanded into the zone, and that's from the own side of center ice by Ringap, but it was intercepted there by Bardovich before it could go for icing. Now a rink-wide pass comes back into the West zone. And after it there is Koshire. And a shot winds up trickling wide off to the far boards. East maintains possession, but only for the moment. And now it's carried down the far side and unable to play it further is Tomlinson. Now over the line. And Haycraft had it knocked away. Puck dribbles towards the far side. West in control with 2 minutes to go in the second half. Over the line they come. And that's broken up along the wall. Finally chipped back out to center. And Schwartzentruber at the red line. Now it played rink wide to the near side. Finally shot on into the zone. Going after it there for the West was Koshire. Down to the left point, and a shot right on through traffic by Vasily. They go after it to the boards. 90 seconds to go here. Now a shot, stick saved by Prosser. Comes off to the near boards and finally played on out to center as Hess chased after it. Now it's going to come back deep into the zone, and the East will play rink wide and finally out to center ice. And here's a race, a good turn of speed as over the line. Kurtz winds up being steered towards the boards with just over a minute to go. Loose in the slot area. There's a shot and a glove catch by Prosser. We'll get a face-off with 1:02 to go here in the second half. Now cleared to the far side as we have less than a minute to play. And over the line they come. They're 2-on-1. Now 2-on-0, and a shot winds up going wide as Peterson had Lopez in front and opted to take the shot. Now comes in over the line and going back for it. Salscheider in the corner, clearing around on the far side for the West, and Jaden Peterson starts up with 22 seconds to go. Peterson will bring it over the line. Peterson to the slot, and then a shot is deflected and winds up going wide of the goal. 14 seconds to go. Loose in front, and it comes through to the near side. Hewlin cranks and fires, and it winds up going wide. 8 seconds to go. West still in control. They play it back behind the net with 4 seconds left, and we are going to play regulation to a tie. 1-1. And again, two very evenly matched teams here.
So for the overtime rules, we will have 4-on-4 with a 3-minute running time.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brew Pub.
We'll see. All right, 4 aside here. 3-minute running time. And Jaden Peterson will take the face-off, working against Lexi Erickson. And now puck loose at center ice. 3 minutes running time here, 4-on-4. And Vasily comes over the line. Into the circle, fires. Prosser with a glove catch. Puck dropped. Comes into the circle. Had to drop it back to Vasily, and that's broken up down the near wing, and that is Hoffman. And now back over the line comes the West, over to the far side. Schenkelberg played it for Tomlinson, and that's broken up. It comes up the slot. Now controlled by Koshire. Back to Tomlinson in the slot. That shot is blocked. And finally, it comes on out to center ice, and a pass to the right as the East is changing. Erickson's shot is blocked. Back comes West over the line, and that, a centering pass, winds up sneaking through there from Schenkelberg. Now up the slot it comes, and finally played across by Tomlinson. Minute 40 to go, to go in the first overtime. And now it's going to be played all the way back into the West zone. Will not be icing. 90 seconds to go. Back behind the goal as Koshire was able to get away from the forechecker, feeds it up the wall. And 3 of the 4 blue shirts on the puck there as it goes back behind the goal, and Tomlinson has it. Tomlinson wants to ice the puck and will succeed, but will also put it on goal. Now goes back behind the net for Bardovich. That's broken up with a minute to go. West trying to maneuver the puck into position as Hess throws it around behind the goal and then gets it back on a return pass behind the net. Comes out the near side looking for space, and then threw it across. Nice idea, and it comes out to center ice. Now Euland over the line into the left circle as the goalie sees it. Still has possession, throws it across, and it was behind Hess. 30 seconds to go in the first overtime. And an offside pass with 25 seconds remaining in our first overtime. Still 1-1, obviously, as faceoff is going to come outside the East blue line with 13 seconds, clock moving. And they drop the puck and then shot into the zone. Stop made there and cleared back behind the goal by Engfer, and that's going to do it for our first overtime. They'll go to 3-on-3 for 3 minutes. And we still don't have a winner, then we go to sudden death for a shootout. Teams will get a quick rest here.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
We'll come back in. True to the form here of playing half of each game. They'll split the overtimes as well. So Beth Pagalki comes back in, and it's 3-on-3 for 3 minutes. Puck down, and it's be wide open here, 3-on-3 as the puck is played in over the line. Chasing after it is Taylor Miller along the boards, lost out. And now it's controlled. And they come out 2-on-1. Koshire over the line. Early pass to Ringett, closing, centering, and Bigalke with a good stop as the puck finally trickles in front. Oh, and a good opportunity here. Sharp angled shot and a save made off of the stick of Kendall Ringett of St. Michael. 3-on-3, and again, we are playing running time here in the second overtime as we prepare for the possibility of a shootout to decide the winner here. Ringett trying to play it in front, picked up there and played around by Euland. Lopez there. Lopez comes off the wall, shoots. Bigalke with a save, and the puck now played back behind the net and controlled by Korkowski. For the East, long pass ahead. It's bouncing and it's going to come all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing call against the East team with 1:45 left. In the 3-on-3 portion, the West has had the best of it so far, but Bigalke has had all the answers here as Euland throws it across. This is an open look. They close in and a shot winds up going over the top from Lopez. Now Euland pinched and lost possession, and here is a break-in. Closing is Kurtz, shooting and scoring is Kurtz, and the East winds up winning it all in overtime. An unassisted goal for Taylor Kurtz, who took it the length of the ice and then went in to beat the goaltender, Isabella Prosser, who had played quite well throughout this game, and the East team wins it in overtime by 2-1. So we will get an announcement, and then we'll have the announcement of the tournament MVP from Tony Scott as we end our first game.
Scoring the game-winning goal with 1:05 left of overtime, number 2, number 16, Taylor Kurtz. The assist coming to number 14, Edie Lundeen, and number 5, Layla Kurkowski.
So we'll get some pictures and some announcement here.
Both teams to line up on the blue line for a quick announcement. At this time, we would like to honor, Utah Hill would like to honor the tourney MVP from the East. With the game-winning goal today, number 16, Taylor Kurtz.
And Tony gets the picture, and that's
Let's everybody make sure to give these girls
that's the
a
winner.
round of applause
So we'll
for a fantastic tournament from
leave you
the
here,
East
come
and
back
the West.
with our second out of 6 games here from the Stars of Tomorrow 2023 event, sponsored by Latza Matza Pizza and by Summit Orthopedic.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race, to be completely hydrated